What is up, Tar Heel Nation? We are at episode 3 of the UNC Boys podcast. We are at it once again. I'm sorry for the days of delay. Pretty busy. Even waiting on some more stats, perhaps. But now, we have some new stats. And also, I just want to point out here, y'all crushed it on the likes. Just the 15 likes I needed. So episode 4, we are planning for Dad Tar Heel to sit right next to us and talk about some UNC sports. So, props to y'all. Alright, let's get started here. Let's just start with little, we're going to switch it up. Let's start with little baseball. So, as you can see on my screen, look at that. Our recent game, I just want to point out too, North Carolina is number 2 in the baseball rankings. We are number 2. The Tar Heels are number 2 in the baseball rankings. UCLA is number 1. They have like 4 or 5 losses, which is really good. But are you kidding me? We're 37-9 in baseball. We're number 2 in baseball. I think that's just hard to believe. And we have that one tie. We're like the only team in the league with that one tie with East Carolina in the beginning of our season. But look at this first inning. We already scored 6 on them. Like, we're dominating. Second inning, 2. Third inning, 1. Fourth inning, 2. The 5th inning and the 7th inning were the only innings that we didn't score. It was a 7-inning run rule. We crushed them. And don't forget, we won the series against them a couple days ago. Or let's say a week ago. The only team we struggled with was Coastal Carolina. So, I think our offensive side of the ball is better on that. I think our pitching might need to step up a little bit. But anyways, I think beating the Blue Devils is a sweet, sweet victory for us. So, let's go Tar Heels. All right. So that's that. Let's go see our team stats here. At bats, 29. So we got them out more, which is great. Of course, we had 13 runs because we're just better. Hits, 11 hits. We tied on doubles, triples. We had a home run. Great. 4 walks. That's bad for Duke's pitching. Strikeouts, they had 10 strikeouts. Yeah, so that pitching is a little questionable for us too. So, but anyways, we are doing pretty much really good in baseball. Can't wait for that ACC tournament. So that'll be fun to watch, and the Tar Heels are going to be a dominant factor heading into these tournaments and possibly winning the College World Series. So yeah. Moving on. Basketball. My favorite, personally. Matt Abel officially signs with North Carolina. I think he is a underrated player heading into our team. I mean, you've watched highlights. He's done really good against us. He's one of the reasons why North Carolina State beat North Carolina in the season. So, having him will help us in the offensive side of the court, definitely. And his defense is alright, but I'm so excited to see that. Oh, and here's another thing I do want to point out. Let's get out of here. Oh, baby. Seyon Kita. He just got rated 5-star, 98 overall. That's crazy. I mean, what's he from? Yeah, Spain. Our coach, Michael Malone, and John Shire were both competing to recruit this guy, and another guy, Duke actually committed to. This guy was it Jumjay? I don't know how to say his last name, but you know what? We're good with this guy. He's 6'11", 215. He's a center. Seon Kita, 5-star, 98 overall. We finally have a 5-star commit on the board this year. Let's give it up for North Carolina for that one. So he'll really help our front court in that. We really needed a center. Cade Bennerman, I looked at some of his high school highlights, and they weren't as good as I thought, and he really wasn't much of a key factor for Northwestern. So, but if he's a backup, I won't be surprised. I think he can do really good for that, but I'm glad to have Seon Kita with us, and we are searching for more centers. I think we're looking at one, maybe in France, pretty sure, or it might be Italy. I don't know, but they're saying he's like the white Wemby, so who knows? We might get him. We're gonna have a lot of big guys too if we keep recruiting this. And Michael Malone, I said this last episode, he loves international transfers and commits, and he wants to grab them immediately. And John Shire's thinking the same. So I think that'll be a fun race. But you know what? I think the Tar Heels are really good on recruiting and very specific on what we should get. Cade Bennerman, I still want to know why we got him. No hates him. He could be good. But, I still want to know why. So that's good on that. And remember, we still have Jaron Stevenson and Derek Dixon just also re-signed with us. Jaden Young also re-signed. I think that's all. But anyways, we have my Abel for sure. Terrence Brown should be coming with us soon. So, man, it's gonna be. I just love the basketball season, man. Like that, and then when football heads up, I'm curious to see because we got, I think, Petrino. One person in the comments said that first episode. I forgot to mention him up, but I think it was Arkansas coach for football, and he has been really good. Actually, he's been hustling our players. We have more action, happening in practice. So this could help Bill Belichick and the team be ready and prepared for this new season and hopefully a better record. So, and this is a very big take. Possibly making it into the college playoffs. So, but that might be a little too far. I might be too ahead of myself. But you know what? I have to have the complete confidence in my Tar Heels. So, or else I wouldn't be a real Tar Heel fan. But you know what? Look at me. Can't really see it on there. I got the hat on, and I'm gonna have the hat on every single time I do this. So, and y'all can get me in trouble if I don't. But, so, we have that covered, basically all three of them. Now, I want to talk about some big headlines. So, right now, as you see on the front, Pistons and Cavaliers are playing right now. So after this, or whenever, make sure to tune into that. Because I think the NBA playoffs are very interesting too. Lakers and Thunder. I think this might be the Lakers' last ride. Because they just have LeBron James, really. Luka is predicted to come back later on, like maybe in a couple of weeks if they make it far. But we have the young Thunder team that is looking really good right now. So that's going to be a pain for the Lakers if they want to try to move on. So that's that. 76ers and the... Is it the 76ers and Knicks? I think it's that. Yeah, Knicks should definitely whoop them. I don't think there's a question. Like, I don't know if it was Stephen A. Smith that was talking about it, but if you're the yeah, if you're the 76ers, you got to step up your game because you're playing against the New York Knicks. Jalen Brunson, Karl Anthony Towns, OG Anunoby. Like, you got to step up your game. That's gonna be tough for them. And then you got, what is it? The Timberwolves and the... Hold up. I'm going to check this one. Because I remember this was really important. Because Anthony Edwards is back. Dante DiVincenzo might be. I think he's recovering. Spurs and Timberwolves. I kind of like that. I mean, I was pretty shocked that the Timberwolves won Game 1. But now it's tied. Wemby's on his best game. Game 1, he wasn't too good, but his defense was great. You cannot... He's going to have a block every game. You got to play better than it. You got to strategize. You got to jump higher. You got to shoot the shots that you can cover. So that's the key move for the Timberwolves. They want to win. And Anthony Edwards is back, so that's got a higher chance for them. And then, of course, you got Castle for the Spurs. Wemby for the Spurs. Harrison Barnes. Former Tar Heel, Harrison Barnes. So, I mean, with that, I kind of am cheering for the Spurs a little bit. I really got to support my former Tar Heels. And there's probably more on some other teams. But, you know what? That's that. But NBA is going good. That's the games I really want to see. I'm sure I'm missing some others, but yeah, I might be going with the Spurs on this one. Why not just let's run a few, kind of like just a few predictions here. So Knicks and 76ers. I'm voting Knicks. They have a 2-0 series lead. Spurs, I got that for tomorrow. Both of those games are tomorrow. Today, I got Pistons winning, even though they're winning at halftime. But anything can happen. But I got Pistons winning. Thunder and Lakers. Oh, that's a tough one. I'm gonna say Thunder. And then Lakers might win Game 3. I think they might win 1. The ceiling for them is probably 2, but I think Thunder will win that one. And I think it's supposed to go like for the semifinals. My prediction would be Spurs and Thunder. That would be the finals game, but in the semifinals, which is kind of like what happened in college basketball with Michigan and Arizona. Like, they played in the semifinal. That was kind of like the championship for that year, but then Michigan had to play in the championship. So, yeah, that's that. But yeah, I think Thunder and Spurs will be the best game moving on if they both win and they go to the semifinals together. So, yeah, those are all the bets right there for these next NBA games coming. And bets and predictions right there. But covered baseball, even covered NBA. We covered basketball. We even covered football. We got all those. Tar Heels are doing good. But there's always more room. We have the money. We have all that. But I trust that they are doing something great and putting together a great team. This is for football and basketball. So, yes. So, if you enjoyed this episode, make sure to like and subscribe this video. And stay tuned for the episode 4. You know what episode 4 is? Dad Tar Heel comes right here and speaks about North Carolina. There might be some debating because he might not know all the stuff that I know, but this could be a great learning experience for both of us. Dad Tar Heel. And we have some future ones set up. So, that'll be interesting. And by the way, don't know what episode it'll be, but whenever I can get them, we have a very, very, very good Ole Miss football fan that could be joining. You know, I already put it out there. 25 likes on this video or this episode or the episode with Dad Tar Heel. If you get 25 likes, the Ole Miss football fan will be coming on. And I'll give you a slight hint. He probably thinks LeBron James is the GOAT over Michael Jordan. So there probably will be a guaranteed debate over that, that'll be fun. So tune into that. Can't wait to have even more guests than that. So we have Vanderbilt friends out there. We have Tennessee fans. Even more. And I don't know if I want to bring a Duke fan, but I know some Duke fans. So it'll be interesting. But make sure to like and subscribe this episode of the UNC Boys. Thank you all for tuning in and watching. This is so fun. Can't wait to gather some more sports data. So I'll see y'all in the next episode. Go Heels.